Hey everybody, it's Mike again. Here's a quick video talking about port forwarding for the configuring of Unity Intercom so that you can access it from outside of the network. You can access it from cellular data or on some other Wi-Fi at another part of town, another part of the country, another part of the world for that matter. It's real simple. Here's what Unity does. Unity wants to talk on ports 20101. All you have to do is forward traffic coming into the router on port 20101. You forward that traffic to the Unity Intercom computer, the Unity server. Now to do that we have to set up port forwarding rules, and only a router can set up port forwarding rules. I have here a Mac Airport Extreme, and the reason I'm using the Airport Extreme is not only is it an access point, but it has a router built inside of it. It's not just an access point. That's not going to work. Everybody's situation, of course, is going to be different. Whether you've got Cisco or you're going to have all different kinds of routers out there, but the idea behind this is the same. So here, just for the example, this is the airport utility, and I'm on network, and I've here down by port settings, I've created Unity Intercom, and these are port forwarding rules. So what I'm doing, I am saying for public and private, UDP and TCP. Both of those need to be forwarded. So I'm saying those ports 20101 for UDP and TCP, both public and private. What this is kind of saying, it's not real clear. It's saying forward all traffic on that port to the private IP address that I have here. Now this is an internal address. This wouldn't work. So you would put your Mac server address in here. Now this is where a lot of people go wrong. This is not the IP address that you find when you go into the excuse me, network settings area. What you need to probably do is just Google on an internet browser, what's my IP address? That's going to return your global IP address, and that's where your computer exists in the world. Now you need to set up a static IP address so that IP address doesn't change. So once you've set up a static IP address, you put it right there in that field. Again, this is an example of a Airport Extreme using the airport utility. Your configuration may differ, but the idea is forwarding all the traffic coming into those ports to that IP address. Once you've done that, you've created that rule. So you'll be able to access this little network that I have here, my Unity Intercom. You'd be able to access from another state. You'd be able to access from overseas, as long as you had either cellular data or Wi-Fi, some way of getting onto the internet and trying to hit my IP address. You're going to be on comm with me and everybody else here locally. A lot of news stations do this. They did this down in Rio during the Olympics. We had people all over town in different locations. Cellular signal tends to be very strong overseas, where it's a little weaker here in the United States. So once you've set up port forwarding, what you'll need to do, anybody who wants to be able to do this on their Unity client, instead of using the Bonjour login, they're going to have to log in with a direct connection. And they'll click on settings. They're going to put in, don't worry about all this, just the main IP area. That's where you're going to put the global IP of the Mac server computer. Once you put that in, you can just hit return or back, and then you'll log in with your username and password, and you'll be able to connect to this server from wherever you're accessing the internet. Thanks, everybody.